Hey, what's going on, guys? Elliott here from Movie Files. I am here to give you guys my thoughts on the most recent episode of The Walking Dead. We're in season 8, and we got episode number 3 titled Monsters, which had mostly some moments that I wasn't a fan of, some decisions that were made that were very stupid, to be honest, and then just some things that I just wasn't pleased with as a fan. So we'll just get right into the breakdown of tonight's episode. So we start off where we kind of get the closing moments, or get kind of the finishing moments of the shootout between Alexandria, led by Aaron, and the Saviors. We kind of see that they ultimately take them out. Not necessarily them, but the people that they've taken out have starting to turn to walkers, and they're taking out the Saviors. So we kind of get that. But as that's going on, that they're wrapping up that battle, we ultimately see Eric and Aaron. They have a moment where they kind of discuss what's going on, and Eric tells Aaron that he's happy with the decision he made to fight for the people he loves. So ultimately, he dies. And at that moment when he does die, it was kind of like you feel bad for Aaron, but it's just like as a moment, as an audience. For me, I'll just speak for myself. Can't speak for all you fans out there, but for me, it fell flat, to be honest with you, because we get moments with Eric and Aaron. Sorry about that. We get these moments with Eric and Aaron throughout the last 3 seasons or so. I want to say that they've been involved in the storyline, and we get Eric has met Daryl, and we get Eric. Has the moments when Aaron had to go out to do some recruiting, that he wasn't really on board with that, and wasn't on board with Rick at some points. But, he came around and ultimately went out, pretty on a high note, defending the people he loved. But again, that moment when we see at the end of the episode where, it's revealed that he's dead, again, just kind of fell flat, because honestly, we got those little bit of moments, but that's what it was. It was a little bit of moments. It wasn't a pivotal character, no offense to the actor, but he really didn't bring much to the table as far as, for me, like feeling bad for him dying. Yes, he defended his people and the ones he loved, but that moment was just flat. Honestly, I can't lie. And even the Aaron character, at this point, it's just like a lot of these characters is like, what are they even fighting for? What do they want? What are they, But anyway. I'm just glad that that's out of the way, because honestly, like I said last week, if you guys saw my preview or my review for last week's episode, The Damned, it was just like, why are we? This shootout is so stupid, because these people are literally shooting at each other. They have unlimited amount of bullets, number one, and no one's getting shot. I mean, it was just terrible. I'm glad that battle is over. So, after we get that kind of storyline wrapped up, we go on to Morgan and Jesus and Tara. They have decided, Jesus just makes the call that they're going to go ahead and take these surviving prisoners, the Saviors, with them to the Hilltop, which is just rocket genius stuff that Jesus is suggesting. So we see that they're just starting to take them to the Hilltop, and obviously things don't go well. We get some walkers coming down from the hill, kind of getting in their way, and we see that they're taking out the walkers, but a certain pack of the Saviors have ventured off into the woods. Morgan, as the Terminator, as we know him from last week, just is bloodthirsty, goes after these Saviors, takes out one of them, and while he's going to, it's assuming that he's going to take out the rest of them, in the nick of time, Jesus saves the day, as he normally does. So Jesus saves the day, saves those Saviors. He tells Morgan he doesn't need to kill him. Obviously, Morgan wants to kill him, because, again, he is the Terminator, as we found out last week. They have a fight, which, you would think, oh, Jesus and Morgan fighting, the 2 best martial arts artists in this entire show. It was a dumb fight to me. Morgan has his saber taken away from Jesus, and gets his ass handed to him. They have a little back and forth, but ultimately Jesus wins the fight. But we get the best moment. We get, not the best moment, but a very familiar moment, a very repetitive moment. I've lost count of how many times we've seen not just Morgan, but Carol, leaving the group. It's just frustrating as a fan. It's like, how many times do we, number one, have to see our main characters, our heroes, our protagonists, getting into a scuffle or getting into a debate in front of the enemies? They're on the battlefields. They're in the midst of taking, in the world that we're in, The Walking Dead, you have walkers at any point in time and come up and kill you. We got Saviors. People want to take what you love and what you like, and they're just fighting over this decision on should they kill the people that have killed their people or should they let them live. Because I don't even know where Jesus is getting at, because it's like, you're going to let them live, and then what are you going to do? Train them to become good people? Like, I don't know why we're 8 seasons into the show and we still have this debate on killing people that have killed people that are bad, have killed your loved ones. And it's not even that. It's just like it's kind of contradicting itself, because you have these moments in the episodes and the seasons where you can see people that are against killing people taking out people in fields when they can't see the person face to face, but they're just shooting at them. They're okay with that. But when it comes to these moments where they're a little bit more close quarters, they just can't go along with it. Not everyone, but you have these characters like Jesus that wants to somehow become this person that wants to save these people and wants. They're not savages. They're not the people they're trying to take out. This is very frustrating because we've seen this storyline again and again and again. But again, ultimately, the resolve of that is we see Morgan leaves the group, which is like great. So we're gonna have someone go after him, just like they went after Carol. It's just like I said, this is I've lost count how many times we've seen a character leave groups. So many times. We get the kingdom, we see them throughout the episode just taking out saviors left and right, compounds, we're just taking them out easily, and we get more and more and more speeches from Ezekiel, and the people are just smiling and everyone's happy. They're not hesitant, but again, it's just this overconfidence you knew is not going to last long, which we'll talk about at the end of this breakdown. But the dumbest moment of the entire episode is we get to the hilltop. We get Gregory at the front doors, has this horrible dialogue with this other character. I can't think of his name right now. But ultimately, he convinces Maggie to let him into the hilltop. After Maggie, confronts him with the decisions that he's made to let the saviors know about the hilltop and kind of their plans, she still lets him into the hilltop. Which was just like, I'm a fan of Maggie, one of the most, a fan favorite of mine. And to a lot of people, the dumbest decision they can do for that character, to write into the story for that character, is very dumb, stupid. And not only that, she tops herself by, we get Jesus, and Tara has gotten the saviors to the front gate of the hilltop, and they come up with another dumb decision to not only let the saviors in, but let them hang out in the back in these trailers, and we're just going to let them, wait it out, and we could come up with a decision eventually. So we'll let the saviors in, we'll let Gregory in. If Negan comes at the front door, we'll let him in too. Maybe we can talk to him. So just dumb story writing. This dumb story writing for the characters. Just it's insulting at this point. Not insulting. I'm not trying to. That's the wrong word, but it's just like the writers are just looking at us. I'll just use me. I won't say us, but as a fan of The Walking Dead, it's just very lazy writing and stupid writing for these characters to make these decisions, to be extreme, to take out the saviors, having these powerful speeches about we've already won and we have to take them out before they take us out, and it's a head scratcher, the decisions that were made this episode. But as we wrap up the episode, we get these cuts between when Jesus and Morgan's fighting, and ultimately we get a cut between when Daryl and Rick are looking for their guns, and we see that. Before I get to that, before they get into the shootout with these saviors, we get Morales last week, which was kind of okay, Walking Dead, you're bringing back some familiar people. Some questions have been answered to what happened to Morales and his family. And as he's telling Rick, my family has died, and Rick is telling him that all these people, Andrea, Glenn, all these people, Herschel, all the people, not Herschel, but Shane and Lori, people that Morales has met in season 1 have died, and they're kind of having a moment. And Rick tells him that if the shoe was on the foot, that he would, maybe not kill Morales, and Morales calls him out, that we don't know, we can't predict that. Sorry, my dog was agreeing with me. It was about some of the stupid things that happened in the episode, but we get Morales back, but then they take him out. Daryl comes in, which was, I'll say, the most positive thing of tonight's episode was that Daryl has no hesitation. So he takes out Morales, which again, as a negative, why even bring Morales in? But he takes him out. They ultimately, they have these high tension moments with our favorite characters, and you just knew they were going to make it out of the little shootout. They made it okay. They're wrapping up everything. Rick's still taking pictures to give to Negan. I don't know when he's going to deliver it to him, but he's still taking pictures. And as they're kind of leaving and go on to their next part of the plan, Rick gets shot at. He finds the guy that shoots at him, and they make an agreement, or they agree upon, hey, give me some information, I'll let you live. So the guy tells Rick that the guns they were ultimately coming there for were taken away the morning before. So it's kind of alluding to that the stuff that Dwight has told him so far has been true. But as he tells him that, Daryl, again, no hesitation, which I can agree with this, because again, these people are bad. He shoots the Savior in the head, and Rick kind of looks at him twice now. He's taken out Morales, he's taken out the Savior, and I say that's probably one of the positives out of tonight's episode is we might have this conflict between Rick and Daryl, as far as, which I don't know why Rick would be in conflict with Daryl, because Rick, again, a season ago, 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago, he was a murderer. He was murdering people in their sleep. He went to a church and butchered up the Terminus people. So I don't know why Rick is looking at Daryl like he's this crazy person, but that's probably the only thing I could probably pick out of this episode I'm interested in from tonight's episode, was the conflict that we might get kind of mustering up here with Rick and Daryl. But besides that, the episode was, we're getting this. They show you in episode 1 that Rick, something's obviously happened. He's been defeated. He's, halfway. He does that Rick, I can't do it. I can't do the Rick face when he's just like in shock and his tears and his hair is waving. I can't do that face. But anyway, we see that he's in defeat. So something obviously has happened. So these first 3 and 4 episodes are going to show you the building blocks to what we get ultimately. They have this strong plan. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. But I think ultimately it's not going to work out for them. As we know, for our heroes, they've been building them back up. We get all this confidence. We get all these speeches from Rick and Maggie and Ezekiel. So we see that they're feeling themselves too much, and I think ultimately it's going to be taken out by Negan. So someone's going to go. Like I said, Morgan might be gone at this point. Carol, who knows? I just feel like the show is they're falling a little flat on writing. They're getting very lazy, very repetitive. They can't figure out what they want to do with certain characters, so they just kind of make them do dumb things, stupid things. Again, Maggie, one of my favorite characters, makes the dumbest decision to let the Saviors in and let Gregory back in. Just dumb. This is really stupid. But anyway, the episode leaves off on a cliffhanger. Again, like I said, King Ezekiel and Carol and crew have been taking out the Saviors left and right. They go to the last compound. Carol's going to go in and get the guns, but before that all happens, it seems like a lot of the people that are important to Ezekiel's movement has been taken out, trying to protect him from the shooting. You see some people shooting at him, and the episode ends and on to next week. So, to me, I'll kind of wrap this video up here. Just an episode that was just there. A lot of moments that really didn't matter. Again, they brought back Morales last week and killed him off the very next week. We get this back and forth with Morgan and Jesus. Kind of was flat. Morgan leaves. Maggie, again, I cannot believe the decision she made tonight. So ultimately, as you guys can tell by my demeanor and my tone, it wasn't a good episode personally. I'm still excited to see what's to come. Hopefully we get more of Negan. Walking Dead is great for giving you something interesting. We get Negan and Gabriel in this trailer surrounded by walkers, but we haven't seen them in 2 episodes now. So hopefully they address that and just get Negan back in the fold. I mean, they promised us all-out war, and we've gotten war, I guess you can call it, but again, they have these moments where within the war we get some people dying, but it's really people that really haven't had much time on screen to have an emotional build or feel bad for them if they meet their demise. So far, as a fan, I'm excited for what's to come. I just want more of Negan. I want more of Daryl and our and Rick and the band back together. Michonne hasn't been in this whole entire season. We get one little moment where she's still recovering and Rosita's still recovering. Some of our favorite characters are just being replaced by Eric and Aaron's storyline, by Jesus and Morgan's debate, and it's just like they just need to get back to being happy about being the writers and creators of this phenomenal show that we've come to love, and just get back in the rhythm of just good writing and good TV show or TV episodes. So hopefully episode 4 we get some good stuff. I'm interested to see where this Daryl and Rick conflict, if it plays out at all. But anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts. I really would like to know what you guys thought of tonight's episode, what you think is going to happen with Rick and Daryl. Are we going to get some Negan hopefully next week? I just want to know what you guys are thinking and where you guys are kind of at. Is it just me that the season's been kind of stale, kind of flat, or do you guys agree with me, or do you feel complete opposite? Super excited about what we've gotten so far. So I would love to know what you guys are thinking. You can also, we would love to continue this conversation on social media. If you guys would like to, on Instagram, we're at Movie Files. And then on Twitter, we're at Movie Files Live. So right below me here, you guys can follow us on those channels to continue these conversations. But the most important thing is that you guys, like I said, give me your comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking and where you guys are at so far with the season. So as usual, like and share this video. And we will see you guys back next week for some more Walking Dead. Take care, guys. Hey guys, again, if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, the share button, and then as well as there's some other awesome videos that we have for you guys. Some movie reviews that I got on my left here, as you guys can see, got the movie review package for you. And then for our other TV shows that we love, Stranger Things, American Horror Story, and previous episodes of Walking Dead, go ahead and check those videos out for me as well. And then once you're done watching that and just love the stuff that we bring to you guys, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right above my head. We really appreciate it, guys. We'll see you guys again soon, shortly. Take care.